What is up, everybody? It is Wreaker, and welcome back to the Vanilla Survival World. Now, I've done a little bit of changes off camera, and we're going to take the first part of this episode to kind of show them off. But yeah, I changed the color of all of the beacons. I kind of like it better than just being like solid color and whatnot. But did that, worked on some stuff right below, but as you can see, this area has changed. I need some more leaves for things because let me. I, I'm gonna have to explain a lot of stuff, but as you can see, I use leaves a lot for the interior ceilings, just because it kind of looks better than stone brick. And there's a lot I actually need to get to replace. But I wanted some place to actually grow trees and harvest leaves, and I figured I might as well incorporate it because I didn't really have any plans for this area. I just wanted it to look like this. So I built a, just for better terms, I built a leaf farm. I've built farms for things you don't normally build farms for. I will admit, like our grass farm, but everything has a purpose, and it's already helped. I've done like 2 harvests on it already off camera. Uh, but other things, as you can tell, I haven't built a building around this, but I did all the redstone, which is very simple. Actually more complicated than you think, because I had to rebuild it like 4 times because I kept putting pistons in the wrong spots. But just ways of getting things uh, to where anything that I can bone meal, I can get right here. Those berry bushes, the vines, glowberries, 2 tall flowers, petals. These I don't actually have yet. Uh, Hanging roots, glow lichen, drip leaf, and then there's only 15, but I needed a 16th for uh, symmetry. So yeah, if they add another thing that takes bone meal, we've got it here. But there's apparently another type of petal that just got added. And I'm going off the Minecraft wiki because if you've been following this series, you know how just out of date I am. Like we are in 121.4 and we just did our exploration of the archaeology, which was I think 118, 119. So yeah, we're always behind. But there's I think 2 types of bushes and something else. Right, 2 types of bushes and then the other type of petals, and then just an extra 16th one for symmetry's sake. Down here it's getting a little dark, but here I've just got whatever gets harvested from here, just sapling storage for what I grow, and then just bone meal and iron for tools. And then that just is another very bright. Forgot how bright it is down here, but just another pipeline into the storage system. But yeah, and this staircase here, this just goes all the way down to deep slate layers. I forget the exact Y level, but it goes down quite a ways just so I can actually start mining down there. But I built that, and then we're gonna have another spot to go mining. But another thing, actually, I want to. And speaking of that other spot, one of the other things I did do, I am in need of slime. My inventory is a little bit of a mess, but I am in need of slime. So I looked up a seed map, and the 4 chunks I have dug out, or at least marked here, are supposedly slime chunks. I don't have a beacon over here. So dirt was insta-dig, so I just got all the dirt moved out. I'm going to move a beacon over and dig out a slime farm, but I will probably do that off camera. I just figured I'd mention it. And yeah, by the very brightness down here, I did get all of the chunks switched over to having the frog lights. And yeah, I think it looks a ton better than just having some random torches and a lot of dark spots. And as you can see, I do need to get the leaf coverings in down here a lot. So I still have a lot of work to do. But this looks a whole lot better than dirt. But again, that's stuff I do when I'm brain dead from work and just need to chill for an hour before I go to sleep. I say an hour, it's most times 4, and I end up going to bed late. But hey, terminally online, right? And then the last thing is I actually punched a hole in this wall. Because there's no way to get down into the villager system. So I messed up on that. I messed up because built the villager system, and then I'm like, I want to build over it because I had these 3 sections here. I wanted to make this one symmetrical, so I covered over the villager system. And now I need ender pearls or rockets to get out of here. And the only entrance was through here, and the villagers are over here. So I want a pathway. So we will be making a pathway through here. But today's going to be a cleaning the closet episode, and I'll explain more on that here in a minute. We have all of our villagers here, and it's been a while since I showed this off, but we have a lot more empty spots now. It's because I actually decided, you know what? I need to fill out my villagers. So I might redo some signs. And I want it to where it's the first trade. And I actually have a spreadsheet. I'll actually throw a picture of the spreadsheet as it is right now. The like lime green sections are villagers that I actually have the trade for in like slot 1. The dark green means I have access to it. Like this Curse of Binding is the 2nd book. I have room for all the villagers to essentially have a slot 1 of everyone, so that's what I'm going for. And I think I need 39. So that would actually push some villagers up into here. But once I get all the librarians, because I actually want all the librarians in, then I can actually move on to the other villager types. But I think I've taken up enough time just showing off a bunch of stuff and what we're going to be trying to work on. I'm not going to show too much of the villager grind because it's kind of boring, to be honest. Although, let me get down here. I do have 4 angry guys that I need to get cured up. Brewed up some potions. But I'll cure them up. And then I've got other guys that I've actually got locked in that are ready to go over to the Villager Muncher, I think I called him. Oh, no, I just call him Villager Converter. I think the guy in the starter village is Villager Muncher. But anyway. But we're going to try to actually find a way to build a staircase out of here now. And yeah, let's work on that, shall we? All right. I do think we should there's my stone brick slabs. I'm gonna do one of the things I dread the most and build on camera. Yeah, I dread it a ton because a lot of times when I'm building, I just throw in music or something and completely zone out. But yeah, I think this is simple enough I can just talk through. And if it's not simple enough, then you're gonna see me skip over it. I'm gonna switch out all these to slabs, I think. But yeah. Alright. Halftime, it's most of my brain power gets devoted to placing blocks. And I'm like, oh, I need to commentate, need to do other things. But yeah, I don't know. I think that'll work. And then I know I don't have a ton of polished andesite. So I may have to switch over and use some slabs. That was a perfect amount. I will probably need to go get some more bamboo fences, though. Yeah. Didn't plan on that. But we at least can go from here over to here now. And now I gotta figure out where to add a staircase. And of course it's getting dark. But, oh well. We will try to work quickly here. I think I'm gonna go... I think I'm gonna keep it 2 block wide, keep consistent. There we go. Just realized that's not where I actually wanted that to go. There's reason, brain. I think this is the correct height level. Yes, okay. Alright, we'll get the couple bits of polished andesite we dropped. And let's see. I'm gonna have to see how dark it is when I'm editing this. I hope it's not too dark. Oh. May have been building that at the wrong level. Grab those. That's where I messed up. You know what? Bring that out extra block. All right. So we now have a nice little bridge and intersection here. And I think what I decided... Now I gotta think of how to do this. I'm thinking of coming up... You know what? I don't think it's actually gonna connect here. So let me put those back. Gonna connect over here somewhere. Because it needs to be that level, I think, right there. Yeah, and we can kind of just hide a little staircase in the back here. Shouldn't interfere with anything. Except I need to move it 2 blocks out. Yeah, that actually kind of works perfectly. Okay. Ah, Wandering Trader. Probably has nothing good. I say that, and it's going to be like the one Wandering Trader that actually does have good stuff for me. Okay. I feel like slabs take longer to break than the normal blocks. Maybe that's just me being crazy. Either way, we now have... Oh, almost. Place that with that. I think it might look better as a stair. This one, however... Yeah, you know what? I'm going to leave it. Sometimes the accents are the best. Alright, we can now get up and down the villager area nice and safe. Alright, it took way too long. Just way too long. But we actually have all of our librarians in here. And yeah, you want to take a guess what the last enchantment is? Smite. And yes, you can see by the title, it took me 4 hours of cycling enchantments in order to get it. But we do have top level of every... Okay, I read that wrong. Making sure I actually got it in the right spot there. But we got top level of every enchanting... enchantment or enchanted book. So, and I reduced the prices at least a little bit on some. There were some that, like, I don't have a ton of golden apples, so there's that. But we at least have the ability to get every top level enchantment now. And we're going to actually call it good on the villagers, like, in this episode. One, I do want to find a good spot for this book. I just don't know if in here's a good spot. But yeah, well, for right now, I'm going to put it right here. But we'll find a good spot for that later. But I'm going to show why we're not going to be working more on the villagers right now. And if we go back down here, notice I have 2 Fletchers because I want to do Fletchers next. Because tipped arrows. And if I go in free cam and just go over here, you notice I have no more villagers in the holding tank. So yeah, burn through all the villagers. Almost burn through a diamond axe, swapping out lecterns. But here is what the problem is going to be for these guys. Now I want the stick trade. There we go. So this guy will upgrade. And at least got mostly with that. Don't need any of the bows. But yeah, this is what I'm going to have to do. Luckily, I have a lot of the mob drops to where I can actually do this. Alright. I'm going to get more feathers because I don't feel like spending emeralds. But I had to go back to the farming village that we haven't played in for like a year at this point. And raid a bunch of chests for feathers and stuff like that. And you notice, no tipped arrow. So this guy is useless. So yeah, I need to wait for villagers to kind of get built up. But yeah, this is what I'm going to be doing. We'll see if this guy wants to cooperate. But honestly, I kind of doubt it. Because I haven't had even one tipped arrow yet. And this is like Fletcher number 4 or 5. So yeah, it might be even longer of a grind. Yeah. Alright. Bye. So yeah, this will definitely be something you'll see. I might update on in between episodes, or just every now and then, kind of, hey, we got more villagers in the system, and yeah. But glad I worked out a few kinks with the villager system. Alright, as you can see from that time lapse, I did a little bit of work. Wanted to finish out a build. And didn't have enough time to actually commentate while building before I had to go to work. So yeah, I like the interior of this. Kept it fairly simple, added a little bit of extra light, just some leaves, and realized some of the more recent builds I haven't actually worked in a lot of the cherry wood, so I wanted to actually work the cherry and bamboo back in, because I feel like I've been building with just a lot of stone, especially with like some of the more recent things are just like these beacon pillars and all that, and it was looking very, very gray. So I wanted to add some more color. Went ahead and just added flower beds around. Yeah, they serve no function except they take up a lot of space and look pretty. So yeah, I think this section is done. There's also some other things. It takes me... Sometimes I can do a whole episode in one day, depending on like how much on-camera stuff I do. And then sometimes it takes me a week, because sometimes I come home from work and I'm just brain dead. And when I'm brain dead, I dig. So, I got rid of 6 more chunks of land. And I do have a plan for this. I just have to do some redstone research. I'm not good with auto brewers, but I want to get an auto brewer set up, because I had to craft up 2 shulker boxes of weakness potions. I don't want to do that again. So I want to make up some auto brewers, one for every type of potion. And yeah, I think 6 chunks will be big enough. If not, I'll probably expand it this way. But I figured it would be the perfect thing to have. I'll probably have it down on the even with this level, I think. But another thing I managed to get done is I took this space, which originally was the entrance to this, and then I changed up how everything worked with the melon and pumpkin farms, so it became just a little dead space, because can't cut through the zombification chamber, can't cut through a farm. So I changed it up to where just a little garden. Got like a little water reservoir with leaves covering it. Got some flowers, and you notice I actually have the pitcher pods and torch flowers. Because every now and then I actually remember to go check the sniffers, and we should have some new ones. Ooh, drops. I need to add some powered, like some rails to pick up. Okay, we got a new snifflet somewhere. There he is. About to say, we got a new snifflet because I just put down an egg a few minutes ago, and it just hatched. So I do have to come up with some more names for some of these sniffers. But yeah, slowly getting these flowers, which is nice. And like I said, I gotta add a pickup system. I just currently do not have enough gold, and I gotta go AFK for some gold to make some powered rails. And I'll just put some powered rails under here and call that good. But that's a project for another day, because I think I'm running out of time for this episode. And yeah, I'm gonna probably get busy on the next episode of either this or the modded series fairly quickly. This is the beginning of my weekend, so I actually have a little bit of time. I just have to get some other projects done around the house. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios.